Hello guys, welcome back to this new Under Engine tutorial, and today we are going to see how we can make our character swim like this. Before we get started guys, let's take a minute to present you our Redbubble store where you can purchase some of our products branded by our logo. In case you want to support the channel, this is the way guys. Okay guys, let's get started. So the first thing to do guys is to make sure to have the right appropriate animations. In my case, I have this animation swimming pack that I found on the marketplace. Okay, guys, one for the swimming forward and another for the idle when the character is stationary. Okay, guys, this one is another forward movement swimming. So guys, after that, also make sure to create a blend space for your animation. Go to right click, animation, legacy, and then click blend space 1D. Make sure to select the right skeleton of your character. Okay. After that, you should have this without this animation. So here, as the previous video, this is a one dimension blend space. So we have mainly one dimension which will be the speed. So make sure to rename the horizontal axis as speed, okay? Because if you create new file, it won't be speed, but it will be, let's say, it will be none, okay? Let's get like this. So after that, guys, let's go to our level blueprint. Here, guys, you need to create what's called a physics volume. So go here in place actors and search for physics volume like this, guys. Okay, it's a collision box, but this box has some property that make our character interact with it specifically. Here in the details panel, you can see character movement, terminal velocity, priority, fluid friction, and you can enable if it is a water volume or not. Of course, it will be a water volume. Here, the fluid friction will be the deceleration of the movement inside this volume, which will be the water. So, per default, it will be 0.3. Make sure to set it as 1.2 or your character will keep moving even if you don't move it, okay? It will keep its initial speed. So in my case, I already have my physics volume. Here you can see that I set my fluid friction as 1.5. Also, we will check the water volume because we want it to be a water volume. So let's delete this one, okay? After that, guys, we will go to our level blueprint, okay? And here we need to set some logic. So first of all, you need to select your physics volume and then open your level blueprint. And here, if you right click, you can find add event for physics volume. And here you can find collision. You need to add begin overlap and end overlap. Guys, make sure to select your physics volume before that. So in my case, here they are. Okay, guys, the begin overlap and overlap. After that, you need to cast to your character blueprint, which will be in the third person example, sorry, or template. It will be BP third person character. Okay, so here you cast to third person character. And if in your case, if you have another character blueprint, just select it and link other actor to object. After that, guys, you need to create a variable on your character blueprint named swimming. Okay, I click here and name it swimming. Okay, in my case, I already done this. It will be a boolean variable. Okay, and you will set it as true if you begin overlap the physics volume. So from the third person character, set swimming like this, okay? There it is, okay? And you set it to true. After that, you need to pass to your character blueprint, anim blueprint, okay, guys? So go to your character blueprint, select your mesh, and here you should find your anim class. Just click to browse to assets, and here you can find your anim blueprint. After that, you cast it, you cast to it. In my case, it is named ABP money, so cast to ABP money, okay. And in the object, you need to drag from your third person character your mesh like this. You find it all the way down. There it is. And from the mesh, you drag and you get anim instance like this. And this anim instance will be linked to the object of your anim blueprint. Okay, guys? Great. So after that, also in the anim blueprint here, okay, you need to create the same variable is swimming. Click here, okay, swimming, and you set it as a boolean. So this is mine, okay, is swimming. And also what you need to do is, in your case, you will have locomotion directly linked to the state machine of locomotion directly linked to locomotion. What you need to do is to right click. We are in the new blueprint, so you right click and search for blend pose by bool. Okay, guys, like this. And here, this is mine. Here, you drag your is swimming variable and you link it to active value like this. Okay. And here, of course, we need new state machine where the swimming animation are handled. So to do this, you can either copy paste the locomotion state machine and then delete this and you search for your print space. Remember, we created our swimming print space here. We put the idle here and the moving or swimming here in the 100. The swimming speed would be 100 in the print space. So in the anim, let's go back to the anim blueprint and we create add state. Okay, we will name it swimming like this, and we double click on this swimming and we search for our swimming blend space like this. We link our blend space to the output, and for the speed we will use the speed variable which is named ground speed like this. Okay, guys, already set per default on the anim blueprint of the third person character template. Great, so now we have a swimming state machine like this. Okay, you can see that it is exactly what we have done right now. I will delete this one, and in the blend pose by bool, since the condition is swimming, we will link it to the active value, and if it is true, it will be the state machine, and if it is false, it will be the locomotion. And we link the output of the blend pose by bool to the locomotion state machine. Okay, it is another one set per default, and the main states handle this locomotion state machine. So that's it. Now our anim blueprint handle the swimming animation. After that, we go back to the third person, sorry, to the level blueprint. So this is where we stopped. You go back to your character blueprint. You drag from the output the character movement. Okay, go all the way down and you can find it character movement. And here you will set movement mode like this. And here, of course, you will set it as swimming like this. Okay, guys, exactly what I have done here. And you have finished with the begin overlay. So now, if the character collide with this physics volume, it will trigger this event on after begin overlay. After that, it will cast to the third person character. It will set its swimming boolean variable to true. After that, it will set the anim blueprint swimming variable to true also, and it will set the character movement, the movement mode to swimming. Okay. In the end overlay, we are going to do the exact opposite of what we have done here. So also you cast to your third person character as we done here. You set the swimming variable of the character blueprint to false. Okay. You set the swimming variable of the anime blueprint to false also. And here you reset the movement mode of the character movement of the character blueprint to walking again, because per default it will be walking. Okay guys, if you go back to your character blueprint here and search for general settings, the default land movement will be walking like this. After that, the final thing to add on the level blueprint would be to set the actor rotation to 0 0 0, because if you are in the water and you are looking downward, if you get out of the water, your character will keep the downward position. So you need to reset it to the correct position, which is 0x, 0y, 0z. Okay, guys? And that's it. So now we are going to the character blueprint here. Remember, we have is swimming. We need to set the direction and the movement of the swimming. So in the event graph, per default you would find these settings. So here you should see um, 0 here. Okay guys, you should see 0 like this for the movement input of forward and backward. So here the movement handle only the direction of forward, backward, and right and left, not up and down. This is why we need to add this. Okay, so you drag this from in rot y, you select float like this, you use the swimming boolean variable, and here if it is swimming you will use the get control rotation y, which is the pitch. Okay, and if it is not swimming it will be 0 as before, as per default. So now if it is swimming and you look upward like this, your character will move upward. And if you look downward, your character will move downward in the water, of course, because it is swimming, true or false. Also, what you need to do is go to the event tick. You won't find it, so you need to search for it. Right click here in the empty space and type event tick, and here you will find it. So you need to add a branch like this. Okay, you link the is swimming condition here. Okay, after that you search for use, sorry, use control, set use control duration pitch like this, true, and copy paste false. And if it is true you set it to true, if it is false you set it to false, and you link the event tick here. What does it mean, guys? Sorry, we have not finished yet. Here you need to end, add an end boolean, and here you get velocity. This is the velocity of the actor, which is your character, and here you get the length, vector length like this, and here you will get if your vector length is greater than 20, and you link it to the end and link it to the branch like this. Okay, that's exactly what I have here. So what does it mean here, guys? Remember, if our character move like this, if it is walking, the rotation of the character depend on the movement direction. Okay, so if I click A or D, which is right and left, the character will turn left and right. Okay, forward, backward. Okay, this is possible because here in the character movement, if you type rotation, you can see that the orient rotation to movement case is checked to true. But on the water, we also need to to orient our character up and down, not only right and left like this. Okay, we need to orient it down and up and down. So this is where the use controller rotation pitch is useful. So let's see what we got now. If we hit play and we go to our physical volume, which is here but is invisible, you can see that our character start swim. Okay, guys, this is it. So now here you can see that my character go upward even if I don't move. Why? This is because of the buoyancy. If you go back to your character blueprint, character movement, and go all the way down to uh, character movement swimming, here you can find buoyancy. So this is the force that push the object or the bodies up on the water. Okay, the same force that make boat floats. Okay, guys, and here per default it would be 1. Let's see the per default value what give us. You can see that our character don't go upward, only if we orient it and move it upward. Okay, guys, and downward also. So now our character can swim, and you can see when I am stationary, my character don't turn, but if I start moving and exceed the 20 velocity value that I have set here, okay, I can orient my character. So guys, I think we have finished here. I hope it was clear and easy. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification button. Stay tuned because we are going forward with this how to make an RPG game series on Unreal Engine 5. Okay, guys. Also, soon I will start some giveaways, guys. I will give you some animations and some assets that you can use on your games. Okay, I just need the permission of their owners. So stay tuned and see you soon.